Okay, everybody, the Pokemon market situation. You know it's serious when I'm stood up, right? Where I'm not sat down, I'm stood up, gotta stretch my legs a little bit, but it means it's a serious video. So we've got to talk about the market right now and the situation, not only here in the UK, but of course over in the US as well. As you guys know, we look at prismatic evolutions and pretty much everything is like absolute craziness, right? I've managed to get confirmations of my orders, so I do know some of what I've ordered is going to turn up, and there are also going to be some that have been delayed. I'm going to be covering some of the good stuff and some of the bad stuff that has been going on regarding Prismatic, and like the ability for me to try and get hold of some. And of course, we know it's really difficult for everybody to get hold of stuff right now, and yeah, it is super frustrating, and it's not fun. It really isn't fun. So the situation here in the UK at the moment, the secondary market or eBay pretty much is where you can get hold of like ETBs and pretty much any product right now. We're looking around about £80 in ETB, just the regular ETB. Pokemon Center tends to go for around 140, 150, which actually isn't too bad. I know it sounds crazy to say, but I don't think that one's too bad. £80 for the ETB is pretty insane. Right, I know over in the US it's even more expensive, but that's the situation that we have here. And yeah, it is quite pricey. I'm quite fortunate to some degree. I say fortunate, I was lucky enough to be able to pre-order and get some ETBs at retail, £55, which is great. And I managed to get hold of some of the poster collection, the binder collection, and the triple pack blisters. I managed to get hold of some of those. The surprise box, I have no idea. I've ordered some, whether or not they'll turn up and, or whatever, I just don't know, right? I think they're coming out a little bit later, but things have been delayed here as well. So not only are things really expensive, but things have been delayed, right? And it's like, I've had emails from different places I bought from, and yeah, pretty much everything's been delayed by a week or 2 weeks. There's an issue regarding distribution over here and trying to get stock and product. That doesn't help either. So at the moment, we are looking at a very, very, not just hyped set, but overhyped, right? Very expensive set out of the release. Is it going to be worth it, right? And now I've watched a few videos of people open up the set. I've watched, Rev open up a ton of packs, and the pull rates seem to be incredibly difficult to get hold of the evolutions. Now, one thing I will say is, these type of sets tend to have good pull rates. As a rule, like 151 has pretty good pull rates. Palais and Fates again has pretty good pull rates. Like these specialty sets tend to do pretty well when it comes to pull rates. Not necessarily like the biggest card, but just getting like just a volume of hits. Crown Zenith is another example. That's not the case with Prismatic. What I've seen, other people open as well is like the big cards that people are getting are just full art trainers. You don't actually get that many regular EXs like of the evolutions either. It seems to be like a lot of EXs of the other stuff in the set and like A-spec trainer cards and stuff like that, which people don't really care that much about, right? Obviously everyone's here for the evolutions, that's what we're going for. And the special illustration rares, I mean, there's loads of them in the set. There's no normal illustration rares. And I think it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's sneaky, right? Because normally you would get, a whole range of special illustration rares, and then you would get a whole range of regular illustration rares. And I would have thought, this is what my guess would have been, is the evolutions would have been the special illustration rares, and then all the others would just be normal illustration rares. So they have their separate rarity. But what they've done is they've combined them all together, so they all share this huge pool of special illustration rares to pull from, and it's just really difficult to get them. And when it's like, one in, I don't know, 1,000 packs or whatever the craziness is that people think at the moment to get a special illustration rare, and then you get an Ogerpon. It feels really, really bad. So, yeah, I mean, long-term value of this set, especially when the single cards are concerned, especially the evolutions are concerned, this set is going to be a home run. Already, the Umbreon I've seen already sold here in the UK. Someone's already, put it on eBay and sold it. It sold for 800. So £800 was the recent sold date. I mean, it's like maybe two days ago now, 2 days ago. And that's actually less than what I thought. I actually thought it would be over 1,000. I know over in the US it's been like some insane crazy numbers, but it was about £800 here. I do expect it to go down because there'll be more hit in the market. People are going to be opening up a lot of packs. Now, here's the thing with Prismatic. I know it's really difficult to get hold of. It's been really difficult and expensive to get hold of, but so much of the set is going to get opened, like an insane amount, which is kind of good if you're after specific cards, because you can buy them at a cheaper price, because the prices will drop, right? They're not going to stay incredibly high. They will drop. So, that's actually pretty good. And, for me, I'm looking at getting the cards I want from this set. Of course, I would love to get all the evolutions. Realistically, I don't think that's, unless it's going to pay an absolute fortune, I don't think that's going to be possible. So for me, it's like the Sylveon is the main one that I'm going for. That's the main evolution that I like. And that is the one where I'm going to be, probably just pick it up as a single, rather than paying the insane prices to try and get it. And of course, it's very difficult to pull the specific one. Then on top of that, you then have the promo, the EV promo in the ETB. Already it's selling for £20. And I'm not talking about the Pokemon Center version. This is just the regular version in the ETB itself. Of course, on Whatnot, everything is like super inflated prices. People are just paying an insane amount of money to get things early, right? Booster packs are selling over £20 a piece. You're looking at the promos, so like the EV promo, selling for anywhere between £25 and £30. I saw one sold nearly £40 yesterday. Pure insanity, right? Absolute pure insanity. There's going to be a ton of these promos flying around. I mean, I do expect it to be a slightly higher value, mainly because it is EV. But this is just kind of, it's like on that level of Shining Fates was, and I mentioned it before in a previous video, where you get to, you go back to 2021 when Shining Fates came out. It was over £100 ETB on eBay, and everywhere was sold out. Had an EV promo, of course, in the ETB as well, and that was an insane. That was like £10 to £15 or more for the promo at the time. And the Charizard in the set, the shiny the big shiny Charizard VMAX, was going for over 500 raw at one point, and it was just absolute insanity. And Pokemon just reprinted the living daylights out of it. Like they seriously just went in and was like, you know what, we're just going to print, a ton of Shining Fates. And, look what happened to Shining Fates. Now, I think Prismatic is definitely a whole different beast. And it's going to keep going up, right? It's going to keep going up until we get more stock. And, we're going to keep seeing releases, new products released throughout the year for this set. And there'll be more reprints coming. They'll reprint and restock ETBs, like regular ETBs. You'll probably find they'll maybe do like more mini tins, more booster bundles, more triple pack blisters, stuff like that. Of course, Pokemon Center just, is its own thing. So I get a lot of people, kind of frustrated. I'm frustrated as well. And it's like, it's not only because I'm frustrated because, it's expensive. And that to me is, the main reason is like, it's just super expensive. But it's also like, just like the availability. And a lot of people are going absolutely, losing their minds basically at trying to get hold of product. It is pure insanity. I'm going to try and get to my local toy store on the release day and try and get some. I find it highly unlikely, but it's like we had this craze with celebrations. We had this craze when the Charizard UPC came out, and and look what Pokemon did. They just reprinted a lot of it. So yeah, I think they need to reprint more. And I did watch yesterday. I did watch Rev's video where he addresses the situation regarding what's going on with Prismatic, and it's kind of a bit of a perfect storm. And I describe a few sets like Evolving Skies and a few others where they are a perfect storm, right? Evolving Skies is a perfect storm because it came out during a time where Pokemon was insanely hyped, in 2021. On top of that, it also had, tough pull rates. It had near enough all the evolutions that everybody wanted. So, it was kind of a perfect storm. And that did get printed a lot. And then we look at this set, which is kind of I would say a cross between Evolving Skies, maybe meets like Crown Zenith or something like that, or 151. And there's a lot of hype around it. And, again, evolutions, very tough pull rates. We're going through a boom right now. Even before this set even came out, Surging Sparks showed that there was a boom in the market. We also saw Twilight Masquerade and even Paldea Evolved. So we saw there was a lot of interest now into the Scarlet and Violet era. First half Scarlet and Violet era, no one cared. Like, you could have picked up boxes for 90. I remember seeing a lot of boxes, even Scarlet and Violet base, under 90. you could pick them up super cheap. Nobody wanted them. Now, everybody wants them. Even Scarlet and Violet base set, is reaching 150 a box. Here in the UK, things are getting expensive. Things are moving insanely fast. And not only that, it's like when I go on to the online stores to look at just product in general, everything is sold out. It's like they're sold out of the stuff that nobody wants. Like these, let's be honest, crappy collection boxes. People don't care. They're like, yeah, I'll buy it. So it is just, a perfect storm really for Prismatic, and we're seeing that. Now, what does that mean for the future, of this set? A lot of people, including myself, are losing interest. They're losing interest across the board. Mainly, I got super excited for this set, and now I'm just like, you know what? This isn't it, right? This is definitely not it, and it's a shame. Hopefully I enjoy it if I'm looking to open up some product, but hopefully we can. Most of the product that I've got that is coming is going to be for the streams, for us to crack into and have fun and give people the opportunity to just open it up. But not only that, it's like scalpers is one of the main things I would say. It's just the way it is, and it's gonna get even worse before it gets better. And I think towards the end of this year, going into the next generation, it's gonna get worse, 100%. So right now, Prismatic, of course, it's like, should you buy, should you not buy? I mean, I don't know where you can buy it apart from, on eBay or wherever. So it's one of these things like, do you want to pay over the recommended retail price? I mean, good luck trying to find it at the recommended retail price. I mean, if you can, definitely pick it up. Even if you're going to open it, I still think it's pretty good. If you're going for the long term, I mean, here in the UK, you're paying 80 in ETB. I know it's over MSRP, but if you're going for that long term, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. And, for me, I've been picking up a lot of Hidden Fates. And I've been picking up a lot of Hidden Fates for a couple of years now. And, I was paying over £100, in ETB for Hidden Fates. Hasn't really moved a huge amount. I mean, it's been going up recently. But I'm quite happy to pay that £100. Obviously, at one point, it was, 55 or whatever. So for me, it's like, that's fine. I know this is new and people are like, oh yeah, but if you're going for long term, it's not an issue. If you want to open it up, you're going to be paying anywhere between £10 to £15 a booster pack. That's the reality, right? You're going to be paying, you're looking around, what is it, like £80 or more, for an ETB. You get, 9 packs inside. So you're looking around about £9 a booster pack there. You've taken into consideration the promo. Like I said, the promo is going for roughly around £20 a promo. So let's say you get the ETB for 80, you then get a £20 promo, and then you're paying 60 for 9 packs. At that point, that's not too bad. It's the same with the Hidden Fates ETB. The promos are pretty pricey promo, so it makes the packs a little bit more cheaper. Of course, I do expect the promo of EV to drop just because of how much could get opened, right? But yeah, at the moment, I don't see any more stock hitting the shelves until the next product comes out, which I believe is the mini tins. I believe it's the mini tins which come out in February. Again, most places are sold out. Some places will probably still get them. That's the next one. And then in March, you're going to get the booster bundles, which again, a lot of people have already jumped on board and pre-ordered them as well. I haven't. I did order some mini tins, but I haven't got any of the booster bundles yet. I'm hoping to pick up some potentially. And then we have lots of other little products down the line. I think Pokemon has a real good opportunity to print a lot of this set. And I kind of feel like they will print more now they're seeing what has been going on. One thing is don't go all in to the hype. Don't go all into the FOMO. I've got a couple of Pokemon Center ETBs that I was fortunate enough to be able to get hold of. And then apart from that, I might keep a couple of ETBs. It depends, like I say, how much I'm getting in. I think ETBs, as far as I know, I should be getting in about 10, about a case worth of ETBs. And all the other products, I don't know how much I'm getting, but I'm getting about a case worth of ETBs. Again, I'm going to at least open one, just for a video, for enjoyment and whatever. But apart from that, the rest is probably going to keep sealed, and then all the other products will open up. Apparently, the ETBs have the worst pull rates. From what I've seen, ETBs are not the way to go. But look, this set's going to be tough. you know, and it's going to suck. It really is going to suck. And like I said, I think the market will get worse before it gets better. But yeah, it's some serious stuff at the moment. And my enthusiasm for the set, if I'm being honest, is, you know, I'm losing enthusiasm and excitement for the set as it's becoming, you know, tough for people to get hold of. It's not just for me, it's for other people as well. And I've seen so many people just really struggling to even just get hold of something, and it does kind of suck, you know. So I do agree with a lot of people out there that say, look, you know, there is a serious issue regarding this set. I think if the pull rates were fine, if it was like Crown Zenith where you were just getting so many pulls, I don't think it would be that bad. But the fact is the pull rates are tough as well. Just kind of like adds salt to the wound. So, you know, those are my thoughts. You know, let me know down in the comments, what are you guys thinking about Prismatic? You know, do you agree with what I have to say? What are your thoughts? It'd be interesting to see, actually. Like I say, here is pretty much the same situation in the UK as we have over in the US. You could try and get some on release day at places like Smith's, maybe like Argos. I don't know. You can maybe Game or something like that. Like, you can try and get hold of some product. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty tough. Wait it out, or just kind of forget it. Maybe buy the cards that you want rather than buying the sealed product. Yeah, it's just the way it is. But if you made this far into the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content. Let me know your thoughts, guys, down in the comments. Like I say, it'd be interesting to see what your experiences are regarding getting a hold of this set and where do you think things will go. Look, I think it'll do well in the future. Like I say, you know, I would even pay 80 for an ETB if I was going to keep it sealed for the long term, and 150 for a Pokemon Center ETB, if I'm being honest, is pretty good as well. So yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks that we have to pay these prices, but if you're going for that long term, it does have that potential. But that is it from me, guys, in today's video. If you watch more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.